Sir, can you hear me now?
So we are back for the important topic of alkyl halides and aryl halide. Student, hello alkanes and hello arenes. Now this chapter is very important because from hello alkanes or hello arenes, we will be able to prepare a large variety of the compounds. They are very useful compounds because from here we will be a route for the preparation of different type of compounds, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone. So many compounds we will be able to prepare from this. So first thing is that how the haloalkanes and haloarenes are formed, students. All we have to do is that we will replace hydrogen atoms of the hydrocarbon, of the hydrocarbon. The hydrocarbon can be aliphatic or aromatic by the halogen atom, one or more than one halogen atoms. So, for example, here I am showing you that what we have shown here, students. See, this is our alkane. I will replace this hydrogen by a halogen, students. What I will do, I will replace this by a halogen. So if I replace this by a halogen, students, supposing Cl or Br, then what will happen? You will get a compound in which you are now having a halogen atom. So just we have to replace one or more than one hydrogens. What we will get, these are our haloalkanes. We will show you more examples of this very soon. And similarly, students, if you have aromatic compound which is benzene, aromatic compound, if you have benzene, students, this is my benzene. In the benzene, students, what you have in the benzene? So in the benzene you have how many hydrogens? One, two, three, four, five, six hydrogen. So I can remove this hydrogen and replace it by a halogen. What will be the result of that? So the hydrogen has been replaced by X. X is my halogen. So you will get haloarene, student. One, two, three. How many you have here? Six. So you can get haloarenes also by this method. Important things and information which you have is that the hybridization in alkanes. What is the hybridization in alkane, student? If I write R, H, 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 what is the hybridization, students? Here, the hybridization here is sp3. As you can see, this carbon is sp3. So we are moving one hydrogen by Cl. This carbon is still sp3 hybridized atom, students. So in haloalkanes, we are replacing a carbon hydrogen of the carbon by a halogen atom. Whereas in haloarene, student, this halogen is attached to the carbon. This carbon is sp2 hybridized. So you can see that what is the difference between haloalkanes and haloarenes. In haloarenes, the carbon to which halogen is being attached is sp2 hybridized. In alkane, students, the carbon to which halogens are being attached is sp3 hybridized. So first of all, let us see why we are studying these compounds. What is the uses of these compounds, students? Sometimes questions have been asked on that also. Haloalkanes and haloarenes are used for many industrial and day-to-day purposes. They have large applications, students, large applications. Large uses which we are using, students, mainly as flame retardants, propellants, solvents, pharmaceuticals, refrigerants, fire extinguisher, and many more. So they are used as solvents for non-polar compounds. If you want chloroform, CCl4, they are used as solvents. Solvents. CCl4, HCl3. Non-polar type solvents, students. What they are? Non-polar solvents. So they are used as non-polar solvents. They are used as flame retardants. They are used as propellants. Then they are also used in the pharmaceuticals as pharmaceuticals. They are used in pharmaceuticals. They are used in as refrigerants, fire extinguishers, and many more. Fire extinguisher. They, you see, where there is a fire, they will form an envelope on that, and they use as fire extinguisher. Chlorofluorocarbons, you have heard a lot about them, students. They are compounds containing chlorine and fluorine atoms attached. Two common CFCs are used as refrigerants, propellants for aerosols, generating foam plastic, polystyrene. You know what is polystyrene? They are polymers or polyurethane foam, and as solvents for dry cleaning and generating decreasing purposes. From chloroethene, students, what you are making is polyvinyl chloride. Polyvinyl chloride is a polymer which has great industrial application. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC. PVC pipes, you know what PVC pipes are? PVC pipes is a polymer of, it is a polymer of chloroethene. So these polymers, and you also know another polymer which is used, which is tetrafluoroethene. We will study these in the chapter of polymer, student, in the chapter of polymers. So they have large applications, large uses, students. Aerosols, you know, propellants, you know, rocket, in the rocket as a propellants. Pharmaceutical, also a lot of important medicines are made out of them. For example, you are heard about chlorophenicol, produced by soil microorganism, is very effective for the treatment of typhoid fever, student. Typhoid fever, student. Typhoid fever. What you have used? Chlorophenicol. Typhoid, you know, is a very long type and difficult to, I mean, use normal medicine in typhoid. It is a very severe fever. So for that, chlorophenicol has been used. Our body produces iodine containing hormone thyroxine deficiency, which causes a disease called goiter. Synthetic halogen compounds chloroquine is used for treatment of malaria. Malaria also, you know, has been treated by chloroquine. Halothane is used as an anesthetic during surgery. Now it is not being used. Earlier it was used, you know. It has anesthesia, you know. In the operation, they give anesthesia when you fall sleepy, student. You will fall asleep. So anesthetic during surgery. Certain fluorinated compounds are being considered as potential blood substitutes in the surgery. So in the surgery also, you are using chloroform as a solvent in pharmaceutical industries and anesthetic. Iodoform, which is CHI3, student, is a yellow colored solid. It is used as antiseptic students. You know, cut wounds, etc. There you are applying this iodoform, antiseptic, yellow color solid. Carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, is being used as a dry cleaning agent, students. Dry cleaning agent. Dry cleaning agent. And vapor of CCl4 is non-combustible. When there are fires, you see they are using as fire extinguishers. The vapors of CCl4 covers the flames. So the supply of oxygen is cut off and they can be used as fire extinguishers. Non-combustible. So these are some of the uses. They are important compound, students. But you have heard in large number of sprays, you have these fluorocarbons and refrigerants. They have been known for causing ozone hole, depletion of the ozone layer. So some environmental problem is there. That is why some of their uses has been banned. Students, we are aware of that. Now the question before us, which is important when we begin the chemistry of haloalkanes. Haloalkanes classification is important, student. How do we classify? Supposing first classification is based on, as we have said, number of halogen atoms. Number of halogen atoms. Number of halogen atoms, students. What is the meaning of that? For example, if a compound has one halogen, mono. So this is a mono haloalkane. If you have compounds like CH3, CHBr, students, CH3. So here you have replaced one hydrogen by one halogen, one hydrogen by one halogen, students. These are examples of mono haloalkanes. You can have large examples of this, no problem. Again, this example of mono. Mono means one hydrogen is replaced. Then it will be called monohaloalkanes. When if two hydrogens are replaced, students, then what? Di means two haloalkane. Haloalkane. So if you have di, the meaning of di is there are two haloalkanes. Now here is something interesting. They can be of three types: gem, vicinal, and terminal. Terminal. Three types of. There can be three types of dihaloalkane, students. Very important. How to write this? Gem. Gem. How will you remember? Gem means when the two halogens are on the same carbon. Two halogens are attached to the same carbon, students. Same carbon. If I have something like this, what has happened here? Okay, I'm balancing the valency of carbon as 4. You can see that 1, 2. This is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 dichloro, 1, 1 dichloroethane, 2 carbons. So two halogens are on the same carbon, students. This is called gem dihalide. So it is a very special situation, special type of compound. That is why the name has been given is a gem. Gem means that two halogens on the same carbon. Two halogens on the same carbon. Now, what do you mean by vicinal, students? Two halogens, two halogens on adjacent carbon, student. Note down everything very important. Adjacent carbons. Two halogens on adjacent carbons, student. For example, you have one halogen here, one halogen here. These carbons are adjacent, 1, 2. Adjacent carbons. Carbon and next carbon, when they have halogens, what will be this called? Vis dihalide. This was gem dihalide. This is a vicinal, what they call it, vicinal, vis dihalide. Vis dihalide. What do you mean by terminal, students? For example, if you have this compound, and if I attach hydrogen, chlorine here, what is the story here? CH2, 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 CH2. So these are terminal carbons, student, terminal carbons. You can see the two halogens are attached to the terminal carbons. Terminal means, what terminates means finishing. This terminates here, this terminates here. So the two halogens are attached to two terminal carbons. Terminal carbons. Very, very important point I have discussed here. See, this was mainly in dihaloalkanes. So di means there will be two halogens, but the two halogens can be on the same carbon, or the two halogens can be on the adjacent carbons, or the two halogens can be on the terminal carbon, student. So we will have three types of dihaloalkanes. Okay, you note down this. Note down this, important, very important. I hope you have noted this. Note down. Then I proceed.
Yes, sir. Noted, sir. Noted.
Keep on noting everything because this is very important. Keep on noting everything. Okay? If there is any doubt, student, you can ask me, no problem. So what we have shown, student, one halogen is monohalo alkane, two halogen is dihaloalkane, but in two, I have shown you three possibilities: gem, vis, vicinal or vic, and terminal type of dihalo compounds. All right. If there are three students, then what I will call three. If there are three, what will be the story of three? Supposing you have one, two, here you have three halogens. How many? One, two, three. So this will be called trihaloalkane. For our course, student, one and two are more than enough. Most of the reactions we will be studying mono, and few we will be studying for di. So we're not going much into the details of the three. There are three, you can see we don't want much of three or higher than that. So I hope this classification is clear. The most important thing was in this dihalo. I am going to put red here. What I have told you, gem, vis, and terminal. Because here is something. You have three types of this dihaloalkanes. All right. So what will happen, students, when I will discuss the arenes, aromatic haloarenes. For that, okay, let me erase some space. Let me clear this. You have already noted down, student. The more you practice, the more you write with your hand, the better you are. It's important that you should keep on writing, and make your own notes, student. They will be very, very helpful. If you make your own notes, they will be very helpful because you don't have to read the books then in the examination days. You already know that half of the year is gone. A lot of students are worried. And in March, you have papers. Papers will be held as scheduled, so students have to finish the courses by themselves. Whatever arrangements they are making, already half of the year is gone. October, November, December, January, February, how much time is left? Very short time is left for the students. So this is a problem. This year, students don't even know that time is passing away. because the schools are not functioning. So the course you have to do it. March is the examination month, 4 5 months are left. So those students who are taking the life easy, they should be alert now. The time is short. Now, for in the case of the hello Aries, hello Aries, I'm saying. So you have mono, hello Aries. You are saying one hydrogen students, one of the hydrogen is replaced by a halogen. Anyone, okay, you remove one. So this is monohaloarine. But most interesting example and which will be used a lot in our course material will be dihaloarenes. This is the most important here because in dihalo students you will have how many isomers? How many isomers will be there students? You have X, X, you have, if I write student like this, you have X, X students, you have X and X. What is this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that how many isomers are there for monohaloarenes? How many isomers? Important point. How many isomers are there for mono? Only one. You can remove any hydrogen, all are equal students, but how many dihaloarenes are there students? How many? There are 3 isomers. This was an important point in deciding the structure of the benzene students. In deciding the structure of the benzenes. You have only three, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1, 4. What do you call this as? Ortho, common name, meta, what do you call this as? Para. So ortho is 1, 2, meta is 1, 3, para is 1, 4. Important point, this is important. I'm putting a red mark on this students. This is important, ortho, meta and para. This I am going to use a lot in organic chemistry, where we will be finding more questions, more use, more compounds. Just use colored pens students, colored pens, because different colors will help us. What is more important? Use colors. Okay, all right. Now, if I say try hello Aries, here we will be, you can have many possibilities, but we are not going to use much of them. You can have 3 groups. We are not going to use much of that try hello Arene students. We are not going to use much of these try hello Arenes. Therefore, we will focus mainly on mono and di hello Arenes in alkyl halide also and in aryl halides also. So this was the first classification which I have given you, where I am changing the number of halogens and able to classify the alkyl halides and aryl halide students. Coming to another important classification, which will be very important, and a lot of questions are going to be there students based on this. Let me see what are those. I'm going to rub this. You have noted everything. All the important points we will be discussing for the 12th class course.
Done, sir. Hello.
Okay. So up to now you got the things. I hope you understood what I said. Classification based on the number of halogen atoms. That is the first classification. Further, you see that we are talking of compounds. First, we are discussing the compounds which contain sp3 carbon halogen bond. Carbon halogen bond is sp3 hybridized. The hybridization is sp3. So what I am trying to say, students, you have carbon. Here you have halogen. What are the possibilities, student? There are three types of such compounds which we will use a lot. A lot of interesting things. I have represented first this one. In this case, what is happening? This carbon, students, is attached to how many carbons? One carbon. This is called primary. Primary or 1 degree. Primary carbon, that carbon which is attached to one carbon. Okay. So supposing I have R dash. Now here what is happening, students? This is my halogen. This carbon, student, is attached to how many carbons? Two carbons. One carbon is this, one carbon is this. This is called secondary or 2 degree. 2 degree. Then I have, this is my halogen, student, R dash, R double dash, and you can put R. Here you can see this carbon, student, this carbon which is attached to the halogen, students. This is attached to how many carbons? Three carbon, one carbon, two carbon, three carbon. And what do you call this as? Tertiary or 3 degree. So we will have primary carbon, secondary carbon, and tertiary. Three types of this. So we can say that this carbon which is attached, this is example of, this is sp3 hybridized, this is also sp3 hybridized, this is sp3 hybridized. So carbon here is sp3 hybridized. Carbon here is, students, carbon here is, carbon is sp3 hybridized in all these compounds. So we will using short form, you can use P, S and T, para, secondary and tertiary. So primary, secondary and tertiary. 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. They will be used a lot. We'll see why we are doing that, because the reactivity of the alkyl halides in the reactions will change if I will use 1, 2 or 3 degree. One more type of halides which we are talking in the sp3 hybridized carbon, carbon, halogen. This carbon is sp3 carbon and halogen. Another I'm talking is allylic halides, students. Important. Allylic halides. How will you prepare allylic halides? What is that? See what you have, student. This is my halogen. This is a carbon. This carbon is now attached to a double bond. That means this is a carbon. There will be a hydrogen 2, 3, 4, and you have CH2. So here is a single bond. This carbon is sp3, students. And this carbon, what is this carbon? Here, this is sp2. So the sp3 carbon of the halogen is attached to sp2 carbon. There is a double bond. This halogen, single bond and a double bond. These are called allylic halides. This will be example of the allylic halide, students. What type of allylic halide is this? 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree? Again, I can put 3 possibilities. This carbon is attached to only one carbon. This is 1 degree allylic halide. Important. If I have this compound, student, I can write this like this also. Bond line representation. If I have this an R group, what happens now? This carbon, this is carbon, student, this is carbon. Now this carbon is attached to 2 carbons. This is a 2 degree allylic halide. 2 degree allylic halide. What is this? 2 degree allylic halide. Another one I can write CH2 double bond CH. If I write R and here R dash, students. Now what type of allylic halide is this? This carbon which is attached to the halogen, student, this carbon is attached to how many carbons? 1, 2, 3 carbons. This is 3 degree allylic halide. 3 degree allylic halide. So you can see that what we can have 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree allylic halide, students. 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. So classification, how will we do? As you can see, how we are classifying them. If I have this, there was a question like this. X. What type of halide is this? What type of halide is this? Question. Important. This is a carbon which is sp3. This carbon is, students, sp3. And this carbon is, student, sp2. So you can see this is the halogen, single bond and double bond. This is an example. This is an example of allylic halide. It is an example of allylic halide, students. It is an example of allylic halide. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me, raise your hand. If you have understood, then I will proceed further. Any doubts, students? You can raise your hands. If you have no doubts, then we can move further. Further, we are talking of some more types of classification here, students. Very important. Benzylic halides are very important. Benzyl, what is benzyl group, students? Benzyl, what is benzyl? You have this is my benzene ring. This compound is called benzyl chloride. What I have written? Benzyl chloride, student. Benzyl chloride. So what this carbon which is here is a benzylic halide. Benzylic. This carbon is benzylic halide. If I have this carbon is attached to how many carbons? One. So this is 1 degree, 1 degree benzylic halide. I can have, students, 2 degree. This is my carbon. If I put R group here, students, what it becomes? This carbon is attached to how many carbons? 1 and 1, 2. This is a carbon. So this is attached to 2 carbons. So this is 2 degree benzylic halide. 2 degree benzylic halide. Another example we can take, students. So if you have R here, another group R dash, student. So how many carbons are attached to this carbon? 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3. 3 degree benzylic halide. So we can have 3 degree benzylic halide in such compound, students. So you have benzyl chloride. Benzol chloride is when you have replaced 2 hydrogen with Cl and benzo. Benzo also possible. 3, if I replace 3 hydrogens by 3 Cl. So we always see 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. Another important type of compounds are those in which carbon, sp2 carbon, is attached to halogen. sp2 carbon. What will be that? You have a double bond, you have C. If I put halogen here, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is also called vinylic halides. Vinylic halides. This carbon is sp2 here, students, and is attached to the halogen. Vinyl chloride. This is my vinyl chloride, as you can see. So the direct to the double bond carbon halogen is attached. It is example of sp2 hybridized. sp2 hybridized, students. sp2 hybridized. This is example of sp2 carbon. These are called vinyl halides. Vinyl halides. I hope you have noted everything and seen what is the difference which is coming. Then if I have last one, we have aryl halides. What will be aryl halide, student? These will be the compounds of aromatic compounds, which are the compounds of benzene. This is my benzene. Halogen is directly attached to this. This halogen is attached to carbon of the double bond of aromatic system. This is aromatic compound, aromatic compound. So this is attached to the benzene ring directly, students. So all these compounds are examples of this. If you have X, You have CH3. These are all examples of aryl halides. What is the difference? Important question. What is the difference between alkyl halides and aryl halides, students? This sp2 hybridized sp2. And which bond is shorter, student? sp3 or sp2? So what will happen? Important question here. What will happen? When halogen is attached to double bond carbon, the double bond carbon is sp2 hybridized. This XC bond is going to be shorter, student. This bond is shorter here. This bond is shorter. As you can see, CX bond is shorter. This CX bond is shorter, student. So it is more difficult to break this bond as compared to alkyl halides. So alkyl halides will be more reactive than aryl halides. Alkyl halide bond is CCl H, supposing RH. This is sp3, and in this you have sp2. So it is easier to break this bond. This bond is longer than sp2. So they are going to be more reactive. More reactive compounds as compared to haloarine, student. And we will study the reactions of haloalkanes and haloarenes when we will discuss. So this is the first thing attempts by us in which we are trying to give you the classifications of these on the basis of the number of halogens, on the basis of sp3, C carbon, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree alkyl halides. Then we have discussed the vinyl chlorides, allyl chloride halides, and the aromatic or haloarine, students. So we have now some questions before us, so that we are going to take in the next class, because it will take a lot of time to do questions. So you can note down till now, and we will meet you in our next class for more problem solving sessions on alkyl halides and their preparation and properties. So I hope you have noted everything. Okay then, good night. I'll see you in my next class.